Hello guys, welcome to the learning world of robotics with Robonence. So today we are understanding the concept of resistance. So what resistance is? Resistance basically is an obstacle in the path of a current. Whenever a current flows and we put a resistance in it, resistance ultimately slows down the flow of current. So in simple language, let's understand that resistance is just like a speed breaker which somehow slow down the current which is flowing in the circuit. So in this project, we are going to learn that there is an inverse relation between resistance and the flow of current. That is, whenever I increases the value of resistance, then the flow of current gets diminished or it gets reduced. So in this project, what are the components required is, first thing, we are using resistance. As you can see, I'm using three different types of resistance. This red one, this red resistance is 220 ohms. We measure the value of resistance in terms of ohms. So this is the 220 ohms resistance. Now next resistance I'm using is blue one. This blue resistance is 1 kilo ohm, or I say 1000 ohms. And next I'm using is black resistance. This black resistance is 47 kilo ohm, or I say 47,000 ohms. So now I'm repeating this project, I'm changing the value of resistance in my circuit, and as you can see, the brightness of LED gets diminished as I increase the value of resistance. So in this circuit, the first thing what I require is resistance. Second thing, I'm using LED. As we all know, the long leg of LED is positive, whereas the short leg of LED is negative. To make all the connections, I'm using crocodile connectors, and to provide power to the circuit, I'm using this AA cell holder. We all know that this red part of AA cell holder is positive, whereas this black wire denotes negative. So let's start making our circuit. So now connecting my positive leg of my LED to the positive end of my 2-cell holder. Now, if I directly connect one crocodile plug to the negative end, this circuit gets complete. But what I have to do is, I have to put a resistance in the path of current flow. So now, I'm using a very less value of resistance first, that is a 220 ohm resistance. So now, I've connected the negative end of the 2-cell holder to one end of resistance. Now, I'll connect the other end of resistance to negative end of my LED. As you can see, my LED is glowing. So now you have to monitor the brightness of the LED. As I change the value of resistance, the brightness of the LED somehow gets diminished, as we know that there is an inverse relation between resistance and the flow of current. So now, are you able to see the brightness? Now I'm changing the value of resistance, that is, I'm increasing the resistance. Now I'm using a blue resistance, that 1000 ohms resistance, or we say 1 kilo ohm resistance. I hope you are able to identify the change, that is, suddenly the brightness of LED reduced as I have increased the value of resistance. Now again, I'm further increasing the value of resistance, that is, now I'm using black resistance or 47 kilo ohm resistance, that is 47,000 ohms resistance. This LED is glowing, but it is glowing very dim. I can see, if you are able to see, this LED is glowing, but its brightness suddenly got vanished, and the reason behind that is I have increased the value of resistance. So guys, I hope you have understood the concept of resistance. That is, whenever we increase the value of resistance in any path of a circuit, suddenly flow of current gets reduced. So for more fun learning projects, do follow us on Instagram. We are also available on YouTube. Keep subscribing us, following us. Thank you.